like saying, man, he watched kids sell dope and do everything out of the same house, man, like Baby D. My man, Coach Jones, man. Talk to me about this defense, man.
Man, yeah, I don't sell dope no more though. But no, but you know what, man? First I gotta start out by saying Isaiah Bugs, you a G. That's a G right there. Put him on contract.
Yeah.
That's a man in that middle. He came over from Pittsburgh, and he's the man in the middle. That boy is stout, like for real, man. He he opened up everything, man. And I seen a one or two times where they put Liam McNeil as a 7 technique, and let him rush like he was a defensive end and a 3-man and a 3-man front, man. That was they put out all the tricks last night, man. So yeah, man. But you know what? That D line is something to deal with. And Brad Holmes in the draft
ain't gonna be something to deal with.
Yeah. Brad Holmes in the draft. He's a former defensive lineman. He knew what he was doing, building up the fronts on both sides of the ball, because it allowed Anzalone to flow free. Anzalone was plugging them gaps. He was scraping and plugging them gaps.
Anzalone.
And that's the reason why he was able to do that is because Isaiah Buds, Liam McNeil, Benito Jones, John Kaminsky, whoever was in there was commanding those offensive linemen to pay attention to them. They was allowing Anzalone to just come downhill, and he was coming downhill screaming, like, you know, and that shout out to Anzalone, man. Hutch, come on, man. Come on, Wolverine. That's my Wolverine right there. Big plays by him, man. I'm gonna let y'all get into that, man, a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna get too much into that. I'm gonna save a little bit for y'all. But also, man, shout out to Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph don't like Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Kirby said, "Oh, AR, okay, yeah, yeah, buddy, yeah, buddy." He said, "I'm getting pickalicious in here." He had 2 of them, and then came back off a 4, you know, a little flag, but he had 2 of them things, man. So I just like to, I just like,
yeah, had 3, drop one of them.
He could have. I just like where this defense is going. Like I said, this whole game was a culmination of what the season was. We started off, you know what I'm saying, on a bumpy road, and then we ended hot. We ended on a streak, we ended on a tear, and that's exactly how this defense ended the game. I'm proud of them boys, man. Shout out, much love to AG and the whole staff, the defense. Them boys is coming. I'm a D-line coach, so you know it made me proud. It touched me. I almost want to cry. You know what I'm saying? I see that D-line playing like that, man. So shout out to the Lions, man. Them boys is here, and they not playing because them is the brand new Lions, not the same old Lions. You better cut that shit out.
Hutch, my man, asked me if he was the dog. My man, Luke G. I said he was the dog. Well, guess what? He proved it in this game. He said he got to fill the stat sheet up. He got to be on the stat sheet in the big game. Luke G. 2 sacks. Here's the difference that he made. The 2 sacks caused the Green Bay Packers to change tackles. They pulled the dude out of the game. The dude got pulled. That's a dog right there. The dude had 9.5 sacks and 3 interceptions. Sauce Gardner played well, but to me, Hutch is my defensive rookie of the year. Yeah. He is. Because on a bigger stage, primetime game, he was in Aaron Rodgers' ass all game. Like, hey, boy, I'm pressing your ass. Let's go. The defense, the run defense played great, man, and they kept Jones and Dillon to right at 100 yards. That's what I wanted, man. You can't, because if you look at the Packers' success over the last few weeks, that's what they've been running the ball. And if you can keep that running, you kept that running game under control, that gives you a better chance to win. And they didn't let Rodgers take over the game with his legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he started running. They kept him in the pocket, kept him, got him off his spot, but they didn't let him run around. So I love that part of the game. They kept pressure on him. Won the turnover battle. That's what I'm talking about. The commission with the strip, the fumble, forced fumble on Aaron Jones. He has I think he has the most. He had the most fumbles of any running back this year. He had 5. I like that. And then Kirby Joseph lives rent free in Aaron Rodgers' head. He didn't think he could throw it up, and next thing you know, here come Curb running underneath the pass. That interception at the end to really seal the game. I was like, yeah, man. Look at that young fella, man. I'm so happy and excited about next year just because of the way that we finished this year. 9-8.
8-10.
I hope it's not in vain. I hope that's all I'll say.
Because you look at who we getting back, you know what I'm saying? You put Tracy Walker back in this defense. And then you talk about
I even thought about Big B last night. Like what if he don't what if he can come back and not be Evan Brown?
Yeah. Because I think I like Evan Brown, but he's not a starting guard. He's a backup center.
Yeah,
Evan Brown can play football, but
he's not a starter.
He's a serviceable guy. You know, he's a good fill in for a game or two, but he's not that full time guy.
He's not. But if you look at this defense and how they played, man, even when they were down Jeff Okudah, and then Mike Hughes went down, and they still played well in the secondary. Still made Rodgers hold on to the ball so long or throw passes away. And the guys that played like it was so much pressure on them was the Packers. Like the pressure was on those guys to win, and we made sure we pressured them to win, and we took advantage of their mistakes when they did not perform. Interceptions, fumble recoveries. The defense was definitely opportunistic in the turnover battle. What you got, LL?
Yes, again. I said it down, but I'm hit this mug again for my guy Bugs, man. He had a hell of a game. Hutch had a good game. Kirby Joseph had a hell of a game, man. Good game defense, man. I'm glad y'all tightened up on it. Even though they were able to run it, they weren't able to run it, effectively. It didn't do much. Just a good game, man. I don't got a whole lot to add. Everybody already said it. Isaiah Bugs had a great game. Isaiah Bugs ended up having a good season. Well, this is what I'll say. I'm glad to, like I be talking about rebound. We all been saying like things about rebound and stuff. I'm just glad to see those guys, especially Aleem McNeil and Isaiah Bugs rebound, because they was looking funny in the light after that Carolina game. You know what I'm saying? Everything was in question after the Carolina game, but those two guys was the main ones. Rather it be unfair, conditions or whatnot. That was the initial thought. Like, man, come on, y'all ain't handling y'all business. And last night, even when it was getting a little chippy, people start pushing around. One thing I noticed, and I was going to ask y'all if y'all noticed this too. It was on that one when Lee McNeil came down the line and hit my man, and it was just like nobody like messed with him. Like it was like that's when the chippiness kind of died down. After like, okay,
yeah.
All right, and then that's when him and Buzz kind of stepped up. Like, okay, maybe them guys, kind of intimidating out there. Green Bay offensive line ain't really that good anyway. They've been having offensive struggles all year. So rather it be us or them, I'm glad we won. I'm glad we made them look how we made them look, and let this go forward. I don't want to mess up, but what's Jim saying about the who we want and who we want and what we want?
Yeah, that's Jim and I. Yeah, the lines we finally starting to get who we want instead of just what we want.
And my apologies if that was your saying.
Yeah,
I'm giving that to
who we want instead of what we want.
We see that shaping. We see that just shaping right on up, man.
Yeah. Hey, one last thing.
What you got?
Shout out to Willie Harris, man. That boy on that phone
recovery. Willie.
You come over my house and sleep over, man, and we can talk about the Lions, man, and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I order pizza, man. We kick it. We can play video game. I rent a PlayStation and buy one. Yeah. We can kick it, man.
Yeah, man. You know who Willie is, man. That's Coach Jones' play cousin right there. Hey, to hear what myself and LL had to say about the defense performance on this game, tune into the full version of today's Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. A couple videos back. You're already on the channel, so go ahead and click a couple videos to catch the full version of today's show.